In a powerful address at the second International and 12th National Research Symposium held at Oromia State University, different scholars and researchers from different countries, ambassadors and diplomats in Ethiopia, and government higher officials were present. OBN has interviewed some of the participants about the symposium. At the forefront of improving public service delivery, the Oromia regional state has initiated significant reforms as highlighted by Dr. Abdulaziz Daud, head of the President's Office.
Public service delivery takes several issues into consideration. For example, if you want to make your service digital, you need to have adequate infrastructure, and your people must be digitally literate, and you have to have all the gadgets so that everybody would be able to use the services on the digital platform. Regardless of this, the regional government of Oromia has been trying to improve public services through various means. For example, recently, this fiscal year, we took a strong action that decentralized our structure at ANA or district level to villages. And by doing so, we believe that we can address several service delivery problems at village level. In that action, we have assigned at least appointed seven people who have at least first degree in various areas of education to serve our people at village level. And we built through community participation Kabale offices or Ganda offices, and we trained these people in planning, development and service delivery improvements. So we hope we will improve several things by this restructuring and assignment of the things we worked on, the human aspect. Whereas we are limited by this digital divide, or to provide services through digital means, because the digital service requires digital literacy, infrastructure and the gadgets.
How are you collaborating with other international organizations?
Well, under the umbrella of the Civil Service Commission of the Federal Government of Ethiopia, we took lessons from various countries, and we also, as the regional government, took lessons from Azerbaijan and the Republic of Rwanda. So those lessons are now under pilot test. For example, the Manahoji Tokofa I mentioned earlier is partly something we derived from those lessons and customized to our own context. And also we are planning service delivery improvement in 5 cities: Adama, Bishoftu, Shashamane, Jimma and Shaggar. So these are partly the lessons, they are based on the lessons we derived from those experiences. So we are working with other countries in improving public service delivery.
In a groundbreaking initiative, Dr. Tola Bariso, head of the Oromia Education Bureau and chairman of Oromia State University, revealed that there are significant strides in digitalization aimed at enhancing educational accessibility and efficiency. The Bureau has successfully digitalized student results reports, allowing quick access within just 2 to 3 minutes. This move addresses the public's demand for transparency in education.
Digitalization is a current phenomenon. All the sectors, including education, health, agriculture, public service offices, all are digitalize their services because public now demanding the most efficient, cost-effective, and transparent service delivery. So to achieve or to fulfill the demand of the public, we have to digitalize our services. If you come to my sector, now we started by digitalizing the grade 6 and 8 students' results since the Education Bureau is established. Students were searching for grade 6 and 8. Always they came to our offices. There was so many changes, so searching the student result was really difficult for us. So they need service, they come to our office, so we waste so much time to search their results. So now we digitalized all those results. So if, for instance, you learn it in Oromia and come my office to ask grade 6 or grade 8 your result, you can get it within two minutes. So this is what we achieved.
Additionally, the teacher transfer process has been streamlined through digital means, responding to various complaints and improving overall efficiency.
On teachers transfer, we have so many complaints. We received so many complaints. So last month we conduct a meeting with our teachers through Oromia. One of the complaints the teacher raised was they said the teacher transfer is not transparent. In some places it is highly corrupted because the teachers transfer system was decentralized to waradas, towns, and so on. So sometimes the teachers transfer is based on favoritism. So this was the one complaint. So we are making this transfer centralized and digitalized, effective and efficient. So teachers not need to come to Addis or zones or towns. They can sit at their home. They can simply fill in forms online. So based on criteria set, so they can get transfer. So this is the second thing we are digitalizing.
The Bureau has also completed the digitalization of its purchasing system and is currently working on updating the education curriculum digitally.
The third is purchasing system. One of the difficult activity in our region or in my bureau is the purchasing system. So complaint is always, the suppliers always have complaints. So now we made also this purchasing system online. So as of next year, our experts are trained, our employees are trained, so we'll make it online. Every supplier can bid, can compete, and the system itself can respond to the complaint. So that I think this can be efficient, cost-effective, and transparent.
You're also a board member of the Oromia State University.
Of course.
So you're collaborating with international organizations and universities that I have seen some of them representing their universities.
Yeah.
So what will this collaboration bring for this smart service delivery?
Right. Yes, as you said, in addition to being, Oromia head of Oromia Education Bureau, my government also appointed me to chair the board of this university because I have some university experiences before. Based on that, now I'm chairing this university. So as you see, since I come to this position, I can say boldly, the university is fastly growing. You can see the construction, you can see the digital library, which has thousands of books. You can see how students are taking online examination. In addition to that, we are conducting now this international research symposium, which brought so many people here. Now we can see people from Europe, we can see from Asia, we can see from Africa. They are sharing their experiences. We have world-class researchers Now they are focusing on smart service delivery using technology and innovation. So they are sharing their experiences. The researchers also share their experiences. So there are business people, there are non-government organizations, there are policymakers. I believe at the end of this conference, they can put forward the challenges we faced, the challenges different organizations of their study face, so that we can just see these things. Some questions go to the policy makers, some go to the implementers, some goes to the government. So I think such international conference can bring in so many experiences and the way forward.
Oromia State University is fostering international collaborations, notably with Juba University, and one of the participants is from South Sudan. Professor Isaac Clayton noted that Juba University is collaborating with Oromia State University in different sectors like educational exchange and research.
I am called Isaac Clayton. I am a professor of surgery. I am currently the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, University of Juba, South Sudan. Of recent, we're getting engaged in the South-South relationship to improve our region. And the ideal way to improve our region is through research and publications. So we're getting out with mother universities around the region to collaborate in areas of research, especially the indigenous projects and ideas that we have. For example, the way we administer our law, for example, or we rule our people. We want to put it in a scientific way, such that also it is benefiting the whole community. So it is the best way to do it is to see how others do it in the region. So it's a mutual kind of interaction. Now we're getting engaged with Oromia State University in terms of how to develop this good governance and empowerment of youth, employability. These are the things that will help our future generation to concentrate on development rather than other things that keep them away, like wars that are happening. So this is the main aim for us being here. We are going to engage and going to have an MOU with Oromia State University for that purpose, and we'll have mobility, staff mobility. Some teachers come and teach here from University of Juba. Others go from here to Juba and teach in the relevant areas. At the same time, student exchange, and then we want to work on joint projects such that we see the benefit for both sides. On top of that is the supervision, co-supervision. We supervise what Oromia are doing with the staff from the university here. Likewise, the staff from the university supervise our role and what we are doing as researchers also in Juba. And this will improve the socio-economic status of our people. This is the main aim. That's what we are here. It's this very important chance for the research symposium to be attended by us.
How are you working on digitalization and technology with Ethiopian universities and with Oromia State University as well?
Yeah, we have started to work on the AI and putting on curriculum. This is unless you have a policy and a strategic plan, you will never evolve. Just getting things in right. So we are working now as a grassroots. We're going to start with clear policies, joint curriculum for mutual benefit, and then people will be enrolled, especially in the areas of how to deal with the climate change, environment control, and food, agriculture. Thank you.
So finally, before I let you go, Ethiopia and South Sudan are closely working on some public issues. So how do you describe the public diplomacy and educational exchanges that you have said and cultural exchange?
The exchange is just, I would say in a nutshell, when I landed in Addis Ababa, I felt I was in Juba. The number of Ethiopians there, because of this joint relationship that we have, since our struggles. Even for us to have a country, Ethiopia played a very great role. Now we're going now to development. So it is their mutual good relationship. We're working to work on issues that are a bit bringing our students together, like things like visas and this, such that we become one region for the future development of Horn of Africa and East Africa region, inshallah.
The Russian Center of Science and Culture is also partnering with the university to facilitate student exchanges and scholarships.
Our main activity is operating Russian scholarships. So, as I told in the presentation, last year we got 100 students from Ethiopia who went for education to Russia, to different universities, mainly engineering field, and so it's our main activity to provide this scholarship. So we're making a selection process and etc. And also we are making links and bonds with Ethiopian universities. We try to communicate and to invite Russian universities to make also a connection with Ethiopian universities.
How are you collaborating and working on cultural exchanges between Ethiopia and Russia?
We have a scholarship, we have students who are coming for different cultural specialities. Also, we are working with the Ministry of Culture and Sport, with the Department of Culture and Tourism of Addis Ababa city, with others entities, and we promote Russian culture. We are bringing here different cultural and musician teams, groups. So we have a big building, we have a nice scene in the center of Addis Ababa, in Persia. We have different events. Also, we invite Ethiopian teams. We make a collaboration. We have partners. We are making different events in the partner places and musical centers.
What are the achievements that you registered in promoting cultures of both countries?
For example, we got a big this March, we have a big event when students from conservatory, from a famous Moscow Conservatory of Classical Music, they came, they made several events, several presentations, and now I know that they have links with the Yaret Music School, and now they have already their own cooperation. So our, as I told before, main activity is to promote, to support the links of the different institutions. So then the institutions itself, they have their own communication like this.
Can you talk about the diplomacy between both countries, historical and diplomatic relations?
Yes, we have long, strong relations, and we have several institutions, several universities where you can study Ethiopian language, Amharic now, but I think, Amharic now. And as I know now, even in some schools in Moscow, there was launched a project where you can study also Amharic in the school. But to conclude that it is growing. So as I told in the presentation, we had 100 students. Now the number of students is growing annually. So we have many projects. The people from Russia is coming here. Ethiopians, youngsters mainly, they're coming to different projects in Russia. They're participating. So their relations is expanding.
Dr. Garamo Huluka, president of Oromia State University, emphasized the critical role of efficient public service delivery in national development.
This symposium is the 12th National Research Symposium and the second international symposium that Oromia State University has prepared. So the objective of this symposium is to create a hub for opportunity for intellectuals, policymakers and professionals who are implementing the policy in different organizations to have interaction, common interaction and knowledge sharing. So the very objective, the very purpose of this symposium is simply experience sharing and knowledge sharing, so that the policymakers as well as implementers would be benefited from this. In this term, three very important concepts are there. Service, particularly important service delivery, digitalization, and innovation. So
The president emphasized the importance of service delivery in education and highlighted a research symposium focused on smart public service delivery through digital platforms and innovations.
service delivery issue is very important issue. It's a core part of development, particularly in relation between government and the public. If the government and different institutions fail to provide sufficient and effective service, the country will fail. So the issue of service is very important. The second question is how to deliver this service. It needs technology, digitalization. It's a global issue. Digitalization nowadays is a global issue. Different countries use digitalization to highly improve and enhance their service delivery. And the third concept is about innovation. If you don't have any innovation, at least to adapt or to invent new or to adapt, it needs innovation. Both needs innovation. So these three concepts have a very good relationship. That's why we brought to the dialogue and the discussion point. Therefore, service delivery, digitalization and innovation nowadays are very important idea, so that the researchers, scientists, policymakers and implementers should discuss and implement in a very well manner.
How is Oromia State University supporting digitalization progress in Ethiopia? How are you supporting the country in this sector?
Yeah, one of the ways is just simply to make such kind of call for papers and gather intellectuals to share their knowledge and experience. This is one way of doing and expected from Oromia State University. The second way is through providing different trainings. Particularly, we have been conducting different studies on smart city. Like we did a very good study about smart city for Adama city, Bishoftu, as well as Batu. So we are actually on the verge of beginning our support, but it's a must that we have to do on digitalization. We provide different trainings, different consultancy workers in two different organizations.
So how are you collaborating with other universities and diplomats or international organizations?
Yeah, it is our principle and value that matters. As Oromia State University, we believe that networking worth more and worth a lot. So it's not only for financial support and fundraising that we connect ourselves to different partners, but the networking itself by itself is very important, so that we give much attention to our to create partners, to form partners, not only international partners. By the way, we do have many national and regional partners. All sectors in Oromia we can define as our partners, and different regions like Benishangul Gumuz region, Sidama region, Gambela region, as well as Somali region. We do have created partners. We want to create more partners, both national and regional. As far as international partner is concerned, we have the same principle that we have to connect ourselves to the globe, because we are a university. The role of a university is to connect itself to the global society and bring its benefit to the local development. So as a matter of fact, as a university, we have to work with international partners. Through this principle and belief, we dedicated one vice president to work on this. By the way, I think in Ethiopia we are the only university which has vice president for international relations, and of course as a workers community development and review generation. So this division gives attention, full-time attention, on how to connect ourselves to different international as well as national partners. Fortunately, we were successful in many of them, and as you have already observed, during this second international symposium, we do have our partners from different continents, not different countries. I can claim from different continents. We do have from Latin America, we do have from Asia, we do have from Africa, we do have from Europe, even we do have from North America, from Canada, different universities. So This shows that Oromia State University is working towards collaboration and networking very seriously.
Muleta Hussein, Vice President for International Partnership, Community Service and Business Development at Oromia State University, highlighted the crucial role of digitalization in smart service delivery, highlighting how to connect these countries worldwide in an era of globalization.
Service delivery here in our country, Ethiopia, not only in Ethiopia, we can say in third world countries, developing countries like in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America, is a big problem. So in order to solve this problem by researches, not only by the researches, again by experiences. That's why we invited many diplomats from different countries. We invited those diplomats intentionally. I mean, when I say intentionally, from which country we learn, to see ourselves inside them, to make them as our era. That's the big thing is why we organized this. And again, previously we organized one international symposium and 11 international symposium, but this is unique from the other one, while we want to see ourselves inside the mirror of them.
So how is the diplomacy that you have built contributing to the nation's diplomacy?
Network is networks. I mean, you cannot solve any problem alone. By one country, as individual, as a country, as a nation, as well as the world. That's why the world live under the same umbrella. So that's I think this is a big reason why we focus on this. So when we link digitalization and service delivery with technology, indirectly we are linking with the globalization. Under the era of globalization, we may found modernization, digitalization, innovation, and the likes. It's only Oromia State University who proposed this vice president for partnership. When you visit other federal university in Ethiopia, you can see the international relation director, officer, and the like. We gave this branch as a very interesting. While we are working on internationalization, we never focus only on connecting Oromia State University with universities. We are working beyond this. This means we are working with connecting people with the people, especially on the area of politics, again economics, again technology, as well as the social ties. This is the big reason. For example, 2 weeks ago, I was in South Sudan, Juba. We talked to how we can collaborate together and work together with the University of Juba and the Oromia State University. But beyond this, it's good to link people to people.
As Ethiopia's only state university, Oromia State University is dedicated to skill development and capacity building. The institution continues to foster collaborations with international organizations, positioning itself as a leader in educational innovation and global partnerships.
If we work on collaborating those two nation with nation, culture with culture, I think we can success. That's why we are working, focusing on not only in South Sudan, in Nairobi, Kenya. We went Nairobi, Kenya, and signed MOU with Jomo Kenyatta University and Nairobi University. And again, we are running over the world. Especially, we are enhancing our diplomacy and our partnership focus on South-to-South cooperation rather than North-to-South cooperation. As you know, if you compare South nation with North nation, we are totally different. The way we develop it, the way we are, the stage we are, but even if development, culture, the way we live, all are different. That's why we are focusing on this.